This is rich face, okay? You putting $80 worth of foundation on here every day. I must be walling. You try to say that 5 times fast. 40, what did I even say? Hey you guys, it's Myoshi and I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be doing a review on the Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation and the Fuck I'm Flawless concealer. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there and the cute little bell next to it so you guys get notified every time I post. I do post 4 times a week and upload at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are ready, let's get into the video. So I did do the 14-day tryout for the Makiage foundation and concealer. I will say that it came pretty quickly. It did come from Pennsylvania, which is really good. I'm in New York, obviously, and sorry if it sounds like I'm losing my voice. I feel like I am. I have like a little bit of a cough. So guys, we're gonna start with the foundation first, and I'm gonna look at my computer. It does have the description of the foundation that you can find online, and then there's some details on the back of the box too. So it says, Woke Up Like This is a powerful streak-free foundation that smooths and evens the skin with an advanced, innovative formula for a flawless, uniform matte finish. Available in 50 shades for all skin tones. Now, I will say they do have a really big range. It's giving me Fenty vibes with how many colors that they do have to offer, from very fair to very deep skin. But then they also have all of the undertones. They have neutral pink, yellow, and blue. No, I'm sorry. Neutral pink, yellow, and olive, which is a greenish blue, I guess. That's weird. I never noticed that. But anyways, on the back of the box, it says, it smooths and evens the skin, minimizes the appearance of shadows and pores, enhances the complexion, and creates a flawless natural matte finish. This cutting-edge formula offers a unique combination of medium to high coverage and a super comfortable weightless feeling. Oh my god, this is a lot. I feel like I read this in my other video, but whatever. It's super comfortable weightless feeling, blah blah blah. It's ultra fluid and easy to blend texture, applies effortlessly, and enables a buildable coverage to suit all needs. For long-lasting wear, pair with primer or setting spray, and then it just tells you how to use it. Now, okay, so for the foundation, I will say that the color was a match. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so this was the color that they sent me, and I will say that the color was a decent match. I can show it to you here. Like, it looks pretty good, right? Pretty decent, pretty decent. And I will say that that was pretty good considering that it's a quiz that you have to take in order to, let me not get this on my robe. There's a quiz that you can take to do the try on. And I will say that the concealer was also a match as well. And also their formula does last all day. It is a mattifying finish, that I'll give it to them. But the problem with the foundation is that, at least for the color that I received, it oxidizes so terribly. I actually put it on for work one day. And then by the end of the day, so I had to be to work at 9. By the end of the day, right around, I want to say 9 that night, I don't know why I still had the makeup on, but I was just like testing it out, so I wanted to wear it as long as possible. And it was like this rust undertone. Like, it made my skin look red, and I did not think that was cool. I did not like that. Yeah, it actually really made me upset. I was like, why does my color look like this? And it starts off like this. As you can see, it looks like it has like a yellowish tone. Looks like it's gonna be a good match. It's pretty decent to my skin, my neck, the rest of my body. Why are you oxidizing a totally different color? Like, I called someone and then they were like, I was like, look at how orange I look. It looked like I had a really ugly like spray tan or something like that. I don't recommend it for that particular reason. Now, I don't know if that is the case for fair or the deeper skin tones, because obviously I'm not that color, so I can't do a review on that shade. But I do feel like if you're my complexion, or maybe like a medium, because this is supposed to be medium shade, I feel like take heed, you know what I'm saying? Don't not try it, but you know, just keep that in mind. Another thing I will say, it does say that it's medium to full. I will say that it's not, because it did take a lot of product for me to build it up. Now, granted, they do give you a full size to try out, which is the good thing. But I feel like the reason that they do that is because you do need more than, I guess, a standard sample amount to try the product and get that buildable coverage if you did want to. It did take me about, I want to say, 6 pumps to get some type of full coverage, because that's the look I was going for that day. And even then, I still felt that it was pretty sheer, and not like super sheer, but it definitely wasn't full. Like, I've definitely tried full coverage foundations, well, medium to full, and I've built them up and they were completely full coverage. Like, I look like I was about to do a photo shoot or something. And I will not say that this foundation does that. Well, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't do it, but it definitely takes a little bit more product, which I feel at the price point, which is another factor. This foundation, I believe it was like $41 if you do get it full price. So if you are paying that much, for a medium to full coverage foundation, I am expecting for you to deliver, especially at that price point, because that is really high. Another thing I will say about the foundation as well, it does dry very quickly. Like, for both of these products, they do dry very quickly, so I don't recommend them for beginners, specifically the concealer, but we'll get into that in a second. But for the foundation, it does dry very quickly. Like I said, I was trying to build it up, and obviously after a while, the first 2 layers started to set, and they set way faster than I thought. I thought my beauty blender was not wet enough, and it actually was pretty wet, and it still wasn't moving the product around. So with that being said, if you are a beginner or you're not quick with your hands when it comes to your makeup, I do suggest that you try something that is a little bit more creamy or liquidy. As you can see, this is still like trying to dry, but because I put a lot, and also if you look very close, you can see that layer is setting. So imagine if you're taking your time, and this was probably only 3 minutes that I've been speaking, and it's already drying right there. Not very easy to budge either. And obviously this is with a dry finger, but you know, you get the picture. Definitely an expensive product. If you do have the money to spend, obviously do the 14-day free trial. But I mean, these are just my opinions. These are things that I've noticed, and they definitely do play a role, especially in your expertise when it comes to makeup, because if you have a product that dries very quickly and you're not so fast with your hands, like granted, I'm pretty, quick with my makeup, especially if I'm doing it before work. So I noticed that if I'm having trouble, I'm pretty sure someone who is a beginner or apprentice is probably gonna have a little bit of difficulty with this product as well. All right, you guys, so let's continue and talk about the concealer. My computer just decided to have an attitude and turn off. I don't know, it's been acting kind of funny lately. I don't know what's wrong with her. But anyways, so onto the Fuck Flawless concealer. This is what it looks like. And obviously I was using that for the description, which is not on here, which is fine. I'm pretty sure they promise the same things as the foundation, long wearing, good coverage, etc. And I'll also link their products down below if you guys do want to check out their website. I do recommend, like I said, the 14-day free trial. It doesn't hurt to try. You may not have the same experience that I did, but like I said, these are just my opinions. So like I said earlier, the concealer was a really good match. It has like a, ooh, it doesn't really have a smell. Actually, it smells like plastic in the tube though. It's kind of, oh, that just gave me a headache. I do like their packaging a lot. I think it's very sleek. I think it's very like expensive looking. You have the little peekaboo right here for the shade, which is cute. My voice is like going in and out, in and out, in and out. But whatever. The concealer is advertised as full coverage, which I disagree with because I did try this, like I said, and I wore it for give or take 10 to 12 hours, and I noticed that you could still see my bags under my eyes. I was a little tired that day, so I'm like, let's see if it's really full coverage. Let's put it to the test. It was still peeking through. I did notice it after I set my makeup, and I do use primer. Actually, I did use primer that day, and I also did use setting spray as well. As you guys know, I always use the e.l.f. or Wet n Wild setting sprays that they offer. And it just, I don't know, like, it was cute for my highlight, obviously. As far as like covering my under eyes, or, you know, anything that required me to actually have to hide something, I did not feel like it did it. If you're having a really good skin day, or you like just have perfect skin, honey, then, you know, go for it. You may not need as much product. I also did feel like the product is very thick. It does dry quickly again, so me trying to blend it out, it just kind of set very quickly, way faster than I anticipated, and it was hard to work with. And I'm, you know, coming from me, is a little difficult, and I was like, I don't know about this. This is like, it's not going so well right now. Overall, I feel like if you're looking to correct or like actually conceal and not just highlight, I don't really recommend this product, because like I said, it just was still showing my imperfections underneath. At the end of the day, makeup is, you're not gonna hide everything, but it's not like I had like a raised pimple or something like that that obviously makeup is not going to do anything about. I feel like something as simple as color correction, a concealer should be able to achieve, especially when you're advertising full coverage. And again, the price point is really high. This concealer was also $40. And I feel like 40 for foundation, 40 for foundation and 40 for concealer is a pretty big investment. If you are someone that wears your makeup every single day, I feel like that is not something typical. It's probably not a foundation you're going to reach for. And because the way that the foundation is like oxidizes, in my opinion, I don't think that's something that you should have on for a long shelf life, because I feel like something in it does say shake well, but I feel like, I mean, I don't know. It's something in that bottle is doing something, okay? And it's changing colors, and I don't know. I just feel like, not for me. Also, the price, like, I feel is really steep. There are $40 foundations. You try to say that 5 times fast. What did I even say? $45 foundations. $45 foundation. $45 foundation. There are other $40 foundations that I definitely will invest in. I have tried the Anastasia foundation, and I think it's amazing. It's such full coverage. I cannot wait to purchase a full size. I'm still trying to decide on my 2 colors that I fall in between, and I actually like them both together when I mix it, but that's a $40 foundation, and that's an $80 freaking daily wear on my face alone. This is rich face, okay? You putting $80 worth of foundation on here every day. I must be walling. Let's get back to the video, to the point. Some of the pros that I've come up with, and obviously in my case, the pros do not outweigh the cons, but I am gonna give you all the details as far as like how I feel about it, good and bad. So one of the major pros is that they do have a large shade range. As I mentioned earlier, they have 50 shades available. Website down below so you guys can check out the concealer, because Goldie died. But, well, let me not say that. I love you. So that you guys can see how many shades they offer for the concealer. But like I said, that's pretty, you know, expansive for a makeup brand to have 50 shades available for foundation. And I'm sure that they have a lot of options for concealer as well. I think mine is number 9. So, oh, that's my favorite number. So cute. But yeah, that's the color that I have. And another pro is that they do allow you to test full-size products free of charge. They did charge shipping, which was only like $5 or like 5 and some change. So I feel like that's pretty good to try out $80 value product for $5 for 14 days, and you are trying a full-size product, so that's pretty cool as well. I'm not gonna knock them for it. You do get fast shipping for the US. As I mentioned, I am only in New York and they shipped from Pennsylvania, but I do feel like to get the package in like 3 days is pretty good. They do send follow-up emails. They were like they weren't getting on my nerves, but it's like, all right, like stop emailing me about makeup. Unless you're sending me some free makeup or 50% off a sale, something, please. I don't want to write a review. You'll watch my channel. Actually, I'm gonna send them the link to this video. They do send follow-up videos. They do send follow-up emails to kind of like keep you in the loop, ask you about how you're feeling about the products. It does appear to be coming from someone that works for the company, because each time I get an email, there is a name attached to it. I do think that is pretty intriguing, because they actively are looking for feedback. I know that they do post ads on Instagram, and they take like testimonials, like personal, like recorded or like written or whatever testimonials on their website as well. And that is some of the ads that you may see circulating on your feed. Why is it called a feed? They have also the auto replenish program. I did notice when I was setting up for this purchase, they did give the option to replenish as frequently as you want, depending upon how often you wear makeup. So they did have a range of time spans that you could receive the product automatically renewed and charged to your card that you have on file. So if you are someone that did try it out and you did enjoy the product and you want to receive it on a consistent basis, you can sign up for that as well. Now for the cons. If you saw my other video, I did mention that I tried to take the quiz multiple times to see if they would change my shade suggestions, which they didn't, which I thought was interesting. But it seems like you can only try out the products and shades that they match you to, and that you can't like kind of pick your own. I will look into that to double check, but that was something that I did notice. They were like kind of making me pay full price if I wanted to pick another shade, but they did get the option to take the quiz, and it was like a pop-up little feature, and you take the quiz and then they match you to it, and then it takes you directly to the checkout where you get it for that discounted price. When I tried to do it just straight off the website to, you know, see if they would let me sample it, it was coming up as their regular price. As I mentioned before, the oxidation was just, don't recommend for that foundation, the way it oxidized for girls that are my shade, maybe lighter, maybe darker, in that medium range. Because I thought that was like really strange. Why is it turning orange? It matched me as olive, so it's like, what are you doing? I wouldn't say that it looks better throughout the day. Most of the time, whenever I apply foundation or I do a full face, my makeup looks really, really good towards the end of the day. And I know that's like a really weird makeup thing, but like the longer your makeup sets into your skin and like mixes in and it wears throughout the day, sometimes, well, if it's, you know, really good makeup, it is gonna look better. Of course, like if you know, have something going on with your skin, it's not gonna look better. But if you're going on with a clean canvas and, you know, really good products, it is gonna look way better throughout the day. And I didn't feel like my makeup looked better throughout the day. It could be a factor because of the oxidation. Also, you know, like that color change that I was experiencing. But I do feel like the formula is not that hydrating. It does ask you what your skin type is, and of course I'm like drier skin, but I put it as normal because recently my skin has not been dry at all. So I was like, you know, let's do normal. Maybe I'm being dramatic about my skin being dry because it's really not that dry. And also I didn't want them to give me something that was gonna be too moisturizing and clog my pores either, because I'm like on a fine line with that. And I felt like it just kind of sat there, like the makeup was just kind of like sitting on my face, and I didn't really like that. It leaves a ton of residue. Oh my goodness, this makeup, it was so hard to come off. That was one thing that I did dislike severely, because it was like just so, I had to use so many makeup wipes to take that off that day, and I still felt like even when I was washing my face, there was still some residue coming off from the foundation or the concealer, maybe both. And I thought that was like really annoying, especially because it's like, you didn't even give me full coverage. So how are you gonna give me full coverage and all this residue? Like, what were you actually doing on my face? I'm trying to keep it professional, guys. I don't consider these products to be full coverage or buildable. I feel like buildable is something that is not gonna take half the bottle to do, because it's like, obviously if you're using that much product, it better cover everything. But to be advertised as full coverage, I don't feel like is just like accurate. I don't think it's accurate at all. I feel like I said, if you have to use a lot of product, it better get you there. If, especially for the price point as well, like I shouldn't be using that much product or need to apply, you know, such heavy foundation if you are advertising medium to full. If you're advertising medium, I'm expecting my skin to look, or like my first layer to look a certain way, you know, off the bat. And then, you know, if I choose to want to add more or, you know, leave it as is, it should be fine, you know, on its own. And then also the fact that it dries very quickly. It's not easy to, you know, maneuver around the face. Definitely plays a role as well. Again, I mentioned it is not really a good product for beginners. If you are someone who is trying out makeup and, you know, you're still working on your time and your speed and stuff like that. Those things do take time and experience. I don't think that this is a product that you should be reaching for initially. Give yourself some time to kind of like get your feet wet, you know, get a routine going, something that can automatically have you progress naturally and at a faster pace. And obviously you're gonna need products that you can work with and that also work with you. So this product doesn't do a lot of give when it comes to that, as far as setting or being creamy for longer on the face. Finally, of course, another reason why I don't recommend this for beginners, it is a high price point. I feel like even for myself, like I would not, I mean, no, not for the foundation and the concealer. I shouldn't be paying $82 for that, in my opinion. Maybe like $20 for the concealer. Actually, most high-end concealers are about $20. The most expensive concealer I purchased was the NARS Creamy Concealer, and that concealer is like $30. It's $29, but that's $30. So, and I feel like in that product I was actually actively investing in, but I also know the NARS foundation is about $44. So if I can get those two products for less than $80, that's actually something that I would consider a good investment for a high-end face combo. If you're paying equal amount for both the foundation and the concealer, it makes you consider like which one is more important, and I feel like you kind of need both if you're gonna do a full face, so there should be a little bit of leniency. I feel like foundation should always be more than concealer. Like, I feel like that's just rule of thumb, because you're gonna need more foundation than concealer at the end of the day. So it's like, obviously a business mindset is gonna be like, let's run them up on the foundation because they're gonna need to buy it more frequently than a concealer, because that just really is up to choice how you conceal. Like if you just conceal, if you conceal and highlight, or if you just highlight, it's more of an optional additive depending on usage. Definitely not paying $82 for that. No. And that's a Mac fact. So that is my take on the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation and the Fucking Flawless concealer. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys like makeup reviews. If you guys want to see more reviews from me, please comment down below other looks, video ideas, questions. I do want to do a Q&A video really soon, so please comment down below some questions that you want to ask. It does not have to be beauty related. They can be personal, they can be whatever you want to know. Comment them down below. We are still on the road to 100 subscribers, so please be sure to hit that subscribe button right there and the notification bell so that you guys get notified every time I post. As I mentioned earlier, it's 4 times a week at 3:30. See you in my next video.